We are going to be talking about friends with your ex. Can you be friends or shouldn't you be friends with your ex? Welcome and enjoy the show. Remember that we are on social media. We are on YouTube and Facebook. The handle is GBS TV Africa. And if you want to send an SMS, the number is 21144. Let's watch a video to introduce the topic.
Handle that. They will just run.
That I really needed to be friends with afterwards. So for me, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not. I'm so the opposite. Like my second fiance, after we broke up, we maintained a really strong friendship. He has a daughter. She's not my daughter, but we're so close. We just all went out to dinner the other night to celebrate her 21st birthday. There was a boyfriend in between that asked me to stop seeing him. And it was miserable. I tried it. Like I tried not being friends with somebody that had, like organically, the love had become this incredible friendship. We had been through so much that we didn't want to throw away what was working and what was so beautiful. So we're still close, and now we've decided whoever wants to come into our life has to accept all of us, including the past, but with respect. I do believe you have to do everything with respect, and it has to be an open communication. Yes, we are best of friends.
I don't agree at all. I don't agree at all. And look, I get it. You're the best of friends. If you were such great friends, he's such a great guy, then why is he your ex?
Because we didn't have the sexual energy. That went away, and I wanted to have that in my marriage. I would like to have a marriage that is both fruitful sexually as well as friendship-wise, and we lost that. So that's why we're still friends.
Well, I think if children are involved, yes, you should be a grown-up. You should be able to co-parent and be friendly with one another. But if there are no children involved, when we break up, I break up with you, your mama, the family union. I'm not coming. Ain't no Christmas gifts happening on Christmas. It is over. I don't ever want to see her.
I'm through
ever.
with you, your mama.
I'm through with everybody.
Your damn sister.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
They're stronger than me. But there is this one ex, and we have business together. We don't have a baby, but that's kind of like a baby.
Yeah.
We're developing something together. And I would love for whoever I'm dating to accept our friendship. However, we don't see each other. We don't hang out. He's in another country, as a matter of fact. So
Where he belongs.
but we only talk a few times a year, and we will have a meeting, but there are no I think it's okay to remain friends. If you're dating someone else and you have this friend that's an ex, I think as long as there's no secret hangouts, no, nighttime rendezvous, you know what I mean? I think it's okay as long as you can show your new partner all the texts and there's nothing inappropriate, no pictures sent, no
But I
flirting,
don't want to be in a relationship
then I
where
think
I'm
it's okay.
scrolling through text messages.
I'm just saying, if they should ever feel the need to say, well, what is that relationship really like? Here, read it all.
But friendships turn into relationships.
Yeah,
and I think you are playing with fire when you are welcoming your ex into your life.
You've already done the relationship, and it didn't work, so you're not really playing with fire.
Well, there is a brief clip of other ladies having the same discussion. And with me in studio, I've got three lovely ladies, and I want to give them this chance to introduce themselves as we delve into this topic, friends with your ex. I'll start with the lady on my left. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Hello everyone, my name is Brenda Ogweno. I'm a mother and also a wife. Thank you so much, Anne, for having me.
Excellent. Have you had exes? Think about it. I also have other ladies on this side. Please introduce yourselves.
So my name is Agnes Wangoi, and I am a youth, so I will be telling from that perspective of being young.
Okay, that's nice. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting me, Anne. My name is Orimo Peris. I'm so glad to be amongst my ladies here, and also to discuss something that we go through as youth. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. That is a very hot topic. And you know what? As we were watching it, I kept looking at the face of Steve Harvey. And at some point he was like, really? Like, you could see his expressions that he's probably against it. But, there are some who are for it, there are some who are against it. And I want to hear your opinion. Brenda, what do you think? Should you be friends with your ex?
I'm against it totally. Because, the conversation that we used to discuss earlier as we were lovers is different how you're going to discuss when you are friends.
Yeah.
So we didn't make the lover to work. Yeah. What about friendship? It's not going to work. Okay. So when I'm done with you, it's over. And that is the it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you have it. Brenda is like, if you're my lover, and it ended. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
friendship is absolutely a
Yeah, it's not
no-go
going
zone.
to work.
Okay, we're going to come into the reasons for that. But first, I want to hear what everybody's position is. Let's hear from Agnes, the youth perspective.
So personally, I don't see what the problem exactly is with being friends with your ex. I think that it's very specific to the situation. And also, what was the basis for this relationship? What was it based on? If it was based on, expectations that you have that this person didn't meet, and now you're angry and you never want to speak to them again, I don't think that's a very healthy place to be having relationships to begin with.
Even friendships, yeah? Okay.
But if it's someone, if you became friends at first and then you just rationally saw that you were not compatible, and it was just a friendly breakup, then I don't see why you shouldn't be friends. In fact, this is someone who knows you very well.
Yes.
They should be the best of friends. Yes.
And isn't that the problem? The fact that they know you so well. Okay, let's hear from Paris. What do you think?
For me, I'm totally against it.
Totally?
Totally. Because think of this, you were lovers and you disclosed everything, every detail of your life to him. And so when you are now friends, he might even take advantage of your weaknesses.
Because he knows them.
Yeah. And so, totally no, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be for it, really.
And you see, the thing is, they are an ex. I mean, if they are an ex and they are still in your life as a friend, now is that really even an ex?
No, not an ex.
I feel like if you have relationships with people, I think rationality is very important as a basis for the relationship. So if the two of you can just agree, this is the line, this is what we are, this is how we relate, they can act as very good support systems. Because there's someone who you know and someone who at some point you claim to have loved.
Yes.
So how does that love just disappear? At least it's rational for it to be like, okay, fine, it didn't work one way, maybe another way, it's possible.
It can work. Maybe the dynamics have changed when you're a friend, right? And you see, one of the ladies actually said that in her relationship with an ex, who is now a friend, it's like the whole, the sexual energy completely died. And so what was left was just the friendship. And so they separated because for her, she wanted that to continue. And then, so in my opinion, now she probably has this man who she's friends with, and then this other one where she's friends plus the sexual energy. Doesn't that sound like you're still having two relationships?
Well, I'm thinking, if yes, there is this sexual part, it's already removed from your relationship, right?
Yes.
But again, what do you think? My man now, the current lover, what if now you happen to meet together with his ex? Are you sure this guy that you're dating at the moment will agree with you that you would not at all?
Exactly, will be comfortable. Are you sure that, okay, you like Agnes is saying, you can be rational. But if you look at it from the other person's perspective, let's say your current person that you're in your current partner, will they also be able to be that secure?
Some people who think that it's possible, probably there's kind of deceiving yourself that they won't arise like feelings or emotions. But at the same time, what if you have other shared interests that someone you are into romantically doesn't have? Like there's this expectation that one person that you're with should have everything.
Should meet all the needs, all the needs, you should have fun with them.
Maybe your ex is very business oriented, and that's something you are into also, but the person you're with maybe is different in some way, and you kind of need
the business expertise.
Exactly. So I think it's like we fragment things too much. Like make things like, if if it's your husband, it has to be your husband, your business partner, your friend.
Your soulmate.
And that's just too much expectation on one person. And I think human beings are way more complex than we give credit to.
That's a very, very interesting view. But I also want to talk to Brenda. You know, Brenda is like, you cannot have it. You cannot have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, we can't have it.
So is it that you feel that maybe if you continue meeting your ex, maybe you're going to end up I don't know, what is the fear? Your ex is your ex. It has already happened.
Yeah, it's already happened because I know when we break up, it's either one person dump the other. So one person will have that feeling, like no, tu atarudi. You see.
Know, yeah.
So when we continue with this friendship, atajua tu we're going to solve it, but we're not going to solve it. Maybe on my side, I've already decided I'm moving on. You see, and now I have a new partner. Maybe I've got married, so that feeling, it's already ended. But the other person, we think that tutabaki tu will come together, you know, and it's not going to work.
It's almost like you're giving the other person false hope.
False hope, and it's not there.
Yeah, because you see, you have moved on. Maybe you cut the relationship and you've moved on, or you're looking to move on.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you're keeping one little step there. So this person is hopeful that something might happen.
Yeah.
Okay,
and it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And maybe it can happen if maybe you have a kid. We'll have that friendship. That we just make a line. We're going to be friendship because of the kid. To show the kid that, you know, we are okay.
So that's very confusing, right? Because initially you say it cannot happen.
When you have a kid, when you have a baby. But if you don't have a baby, when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
If it's okay, even you can move to another country. I don't want to see you, I don't want to communicate with you. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, but, so I think maybe so the circumstances really matter.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when you have a child,
when you have a child, you
don't,
true.
Because this
you
child
are raising this baby, you're raising this baby. He has to see the mother and the father. So it's hard for you, like, to have that feeling like you don't want to talk to your husband or to your ex-boyfriend because of the issue that you had. But this one is the baby that you are raising. So you have to put your feeling aside and look at your baby.
I think that makes. I think that's what you're calling the rationality that you have to bring into the situation. Because honestly, even it's not even healthy for your child to see that there's such a conflict with my father. They'll also start to feel very uncomfortable. So in that instance, you might have to fake being friends, even if you don't feel like, but you know, you're going to have to do it for the sake of you know, the situation, the children. But if there are no children, I mean, should you continue like talking? Isn't there like a chance of these emotions coming back up again?
I think occasionally, yes, you will have these emotions, and I think a lot of times that's why people, like, you date someone, you break up, you end up together again.
It's a relationship. You just end. You decide to end, and it's over.
And that's the most annoying. We're like, are we dating or not? Yes, no. Mara, we are friends. Mara, you've been blocked.
and you know what? Like you might be together. And at that moment, you're like, you know, you're coming closer to each other, and you feel like, I think my feelings earlier are coming back, you know. So, and you might be tempted. Who knows?
You might actually be tempted. And then you realize that you're falling back into something, and mostly because of your emotions. Like your emotions they're taking over, and it's not your mind now that is guiding you. It's more like your emotions. But you know, I still feel that. Okay, I mean, if your ex maybe goes on to have you see, earlier we had said that if your ex doesn't have someone and you have someone, they might still be thinking there's hope. But probably also when your ex has someone and you have someone, you know, like maybe it can work because both of you, you're not looking, that void, you're not lonely, both of you. So you're okay. Maybe it can easily work then. What do you think?
No.
Okay, so does it mean that, let's say, for example, if you want to go out for, let's say, Sunday lunch or Saturday lunch, you go out Friday night, and then you meet now your ex at the restaurant.
It just hi and like that.
Hakuna kuongea.
How
is your family?
No. Tunaongea nini?
I think when you have a relationship with someone, it's very important that you communicate, even about your exes. So they know that I left this person because of this and this and this, and this is why I can't go back. So they feel secure in themselves. But if you don't have that communication, they're always thinking something, or if you go, something might happen like this. So I think the basis of your relationship, the kind of relationships you have should have a certain quality. So you should communicate, tell them, okay, they're my friend, but romantically, this is why it cannot make sense. You know, if you communicate like that and you're being honest with yourself, then I don't see the problem. I honestly...
Honestly, you don't see the problem. But I think that it's good to communicate that to the person you're with. And also, if they're against it, then, you know, you have to consider their feelings as well because of the person you're with. But I also wanted to bring in this point of sometimes relationships end not because you've had an argument or you've had irreconcilable differences. It could even just be a change of geography. For example, maybe you met in campus and then you got a job here, the other person got a job in Middle East or wherever, and they left. And then, so you see, in your heart, it's not over. Even if the person is your
But
ex.
how comes he's your ex and you haven't broken up?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You see, maybe you broke up because of the long distance relationship didn't work.
Well, if that's the case,
let me bring back the story. Now he comes back to Kenya. Kwanza has been promoted, he has this high-flying job. And then he says, what's up?
No, that is not a breakup.
You know,
that is
exactly, that's the
relationship.
point. You know, and you're like,
Of course
well,
you moved on because now...
You
and
moved
then
on, you
you
have
move
somebody
on
else.
and you have
Yeah,
her,
you have them
you have
because-
him as well.
Life has to.
Because life has to go on and maybe you wanted somebody who you can be with, who's closer.
Then that means you were friends with this current guy that you were dating here when he was away. He was really not your
I'm
boyfriend.
just saying that situation does not happen.
Yeah, it's happened, but you know, it's very hard because maybe right now, my ex-boyfriend is in UK and now I've moved on, I have somebody else. When he comes back and I have this person, you know, it's going to be very hard because this person will be jealous because of the other person. So this relationship is not going to be good.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's either for you to decide. If it's him, it's him. Ule ex abaki huko. You know,
What about,
you decide.
and what about now, if let's say you also have a job, you've said your boyfriend is in the UK,
Yeah.
and then you get a work trip to the UK. Are you saying you shouldn't even call him? He takes you out for dinner.
No. And I have my current boyfriend is in Kenya.
Yes, you're in a strange country, you've never been, it's your first time, and then you have this number of somebody.
No.
Then if you had this
Where
number
to
then,
shop?
Salam
you know,
is
I
okay.
should take a
Just
break.
salam, greeting.
if you had this number then, you would have been communicating even when you were away. Even if you were in different countries, then you have the number. Come on, communicate if you want this to continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you should be careful about the kinds of exes you were friends with. Like
Well,
if there was
yeah.
like unresolved issues, then
Okay, yeah.
I also agree. If there was and you are seeing someone now and you have unresolved issues with someone else, it's probably best to stay away.
Okay.
But if you had an ex who you rationally agreed that this did not work,
Yeah.
And we
then
should
I don't
move.
see, yeah. So
But honestly, the way relationships are, emotions get into the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when it's very rational, you know, your heart is still sort of there, being pulled some to strings. But I hear you, and I like what you've brought up. It's like you can have different types of exes. I mean, really, there's some people who even the drama. in fact, you don't even want anything to do with them. You're like, thank God. This
And
is
actually you meet
like
on the street and you're like,
You take a corner.
I wish to go to another
Yes.
direction.
Yes. You see them coming like this. You just, you know,
Yeah.
there are those ones, and those ones for sure. I think you should just better maybe just
Just clear up your direction.
clear it up.
Yeah.
But then there are those ones where there's some unresolved issues also. So those ones are the ones I think you need to be careful with.
Yeah.
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 Because it's like maybe the person can still be able to pull some strings. You know?
And again, the way you knew this guy, you know, the moment you were together, there are things that you knew, maybe how he reacts to things. Then if you happen to be friends again, then obviously you will know there is a way I can talk to this guy, alafu maybe feelings
Idea
zake
box.
exactly. And you know, that's the point, you're taking advantage of his weaknesses as well. Yeah.
It's okay.
And that's not good. Maybe huko kwingine pe unaharibu nyumba.
Exactly. In another, maybe he's in another relationship with somebody, and now when you keep coming, you also, you know, So you know what? We need to take a break. So you want to keep it right here. We'll be right back after the break. Send in your questions, and we'll be able to respond.
If you don't go after what you want, there's going to be hurt, there's going to be disappointment, there's going to be regret, there's going to be let down.
I love people.
People will always have a view. They will always have an opinion.
Whether you like it or not.
It's always there.
People will put you in a shame bar.
You have to love yourself first.
I'm not that person.
It should come from deep conviction, and I'm talking about conviction. I'm not talking about emotional giving.
Then that should pose a big problem.
A man won't handle that. They will just run.
Families break. Marriages don't exist anymore.
There's so many people out there pretending like they don't have the problem. Pretending like their relationship is not on the rock.
What was that?
That's nonsense.
Get lost.
No. I think...
Over 3/4 of Africa, the under 35s.
We are the 77%.
They want to shape the continent's future. Be part of it and join African youngsters as they share their stories, their dreams, and their challenges. The 77%, DW's platform for Africa's majority.
님 운명하셨습니다.
배꼽 좀 넘쳐.
저 이 집 식구예요.
인생 뭐 있습니까?
일식 느껴져요. 선생님의 심장.
소방님!
미세 일일 드라마 김학경 요산.
내가 정말 죽었단 말이야? 어? If you don't go after what you want, there's going to be hurt, there's going to be disappointment, there's going to be regret, there's going to be let down.
I love people.
People will always have a view. They will always have an opinion.
Whether you like it or not.
It's always there.
People will put you in a shame bar.
You have to love yourself first.
I'm not that person.
It should come from deep conviction, and I'm talking about conviction. I'm not talking about emotional giving.
Then that should pose a big problem.
A man won't handle that. They will just run.
Families break. Marriages don't exist anymore.
There's so many people out there pretending like they don't have the problem. Pretending like their relationship is not on the rock.
What was that?
That's nonsense.
Get lost.
No. I think...
Everywhere, GBS.
Welcome back, viewer. We're having a very heated debate over here. We're talking about friends with exes. Is it a yes or a no? And you know, already it's starting to look like it's a gray area, but we are still trying to come up with a precise answer. So remember, you can be able to get in touch with us on Facebook and YouTube, GBS TV Africa, or 21144. That is our SMS line. So you know what, Agnes, you wanted to talk about the awkward situations that can come up with an ex. For example, here you are, Paris.
Yeah.
You're looking for a job. This is your dream job, and you're going for an interview. And then you find that your ex is actually in the panel.
Oh,
and this is an ex who has been trying to be your friend, but
and you refused.
So basically we are saying that you should just quit your dream job because this is your ex, and your position is that you cannot be friends with your ex. Can you be colleagues? You know, even when your colleagues is a relationship, what do you think about that? That awkward situation that Agnes is bringing up.
Wow. Wow. This is very awkward indeed.
It is, yeah.
I'm thinking, this guy you have been there must be a reason.
First of all, will the interview work or it will collapse?
Exactly. You know, the moment I enter into this
What
office,
is your name?
I'll be like, oh goodness, is he the one to ask me these questions?
I do.
I think I would pause a moment.
Yeah.
And first, just breathe in and bring myself
You
into
need a moment even to just recover. But I think Agnes, it will be very easy for you. You look like you're very rational about this. You know, you're just going to, oh, wow, you're here. Okay, good.
Okay.
So are we doing this or
not?
But yeah, you
How
should
would you handle it?
It's good not to have like drama with people. Like even if it's people you dated, it's very good to maintain a very amicable. Yeah, because you never know where you will meet these people elsewhere. Yeah. It might even be the other way around, and maybe this person is qualified for the job. You shouldn't let your emotions.
Yeah, you might be the one on the panel, and then they walk in, and you see maybe they actually are the best candidate. Will you deny them that job? I think, Brenda, let's say this is the job, and the person who has come is your ex, and they are the top candidate. Will you give them the job or not?
He's my ex.
He's your ex. Now you're on the panel. We have flipped the situation. We are saying you're the one interviewing. And you've seen people, you've been struggling to get a person, and then one day you get this person. Maybe the first 2 interviews, he's interviewed by other people, and you're coming in at the 3rd level, which is the decision-making one. Are you going to accept him into this job, or is the fact that he's your ex going to be a deal breaker?
No, I'm not going to accept him because, first of all, when you're going to be in that working environment, it had to affect. It's not going to work.
Well, I'm thinking, you know,
So
like when it comes
also, let her finish. So you're going to look for a reason.
No, it's not going to be a good working environment for us.
Yeah.
Maybe he still have feelings for me.
Yeah.
And maybe, or for example, maybe I'm still have feelings for him.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm married.
Yeah.
You know, it is going to shake our relationship and also my marriage and also working place for me.
Okay.
So it's not good actually.
Yeah. In fact, that disqualifies him.
Yeah,
so Brenda is very clear. It's a no-no for her, irrespective of the situation. Now, one to you if you are her ex, because you should always be checking where is she working before you go for an interview there, because man, it's not gonna work.
You know, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, considering that we have dreams in life, and these dreams we always work to achieve them.
Yeah.
And now it has come to a point that my former life is what that might affect my present and future.
Yes.
So at this moment, I'm thinking, even if I have always rejected him,
Yes.
because obviously there are reasons why I was rejecting him to be my friend.
Yes.
There are, as I was mentioning, there are weaknesses that he maybe take, and maybe he might also not take advantage of those weaknesses. Who knows? But when it comes now to my dreams and also his dreams, because at the moment we were together, obviously you know what he loved and what he have always wanted to where he has always wanted to work in.
Yes.
And she also, as in he also knew about now the lady.
Exactly.
So at this moment, I would not consider myself at this time. If I am in the panel, I would consider this has always been his dream.
Okay.
And I don't want my disagreements with him
Yes.
to affect his life, because again you have also to think of his life.
He's a person. There's a whole person who deserves to.
Don't think of him as your ex at this moment.
Exactly.
Think of him as one. Maybe you know maybe about his family. You know how he have maybe struggled to get this job that he's now here wanting it so passionately.
Yeah.
So when you think of him not as your ex but as your candidate, who is also have a plan for the future, you also have to consider, come on, forget yourself. Yeah, forget yourself at this moment.
Okay.
And regard him as your candidate. This way, even maybe when he qualifies, then you might also, you can even ask to meet him and make a clear line.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't accept it because you are my ex. You know, because I want you again.
So, over coffee? Over a coffee date?
Exactly. But this is to draw a clear line of why you accepted him.
Yeah.
Because
In
you
the
know,
office.
you never know. He might be like, well, I think he accepted me because she accepted
You
me
might be
because
having that thought.
Yeah. Exactly.
'Cause I'm the ex. Right?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
you have to also call him and
Clarify.
make this exactly. You have to show him the clear image of why you did this.
Okay.
And
I
this
hear
way,
you.
at least you have.
And I think so. I think that you do have to be human. And that's the
Yeah.
same situation we talked about when you have a child. You have to overcome those feelings for the sake of your child. Now you have to overcome them for his sake because of his dream. Although you may not really be interested in his dreams, especially if he dumped you or he mistreated you, you might even be wanting him to die.
Oh my.
Which is not really that you want him to die, but you just have not healed from that relationship. So it's important to heal from relationships. But I wanted to raise another point. This Agnes, who is very rational and very, I just love her viewpoint. She was like, as a person, you cannot get all your needs met by one person.
Yeah, sure.
So she said that maybe your ex was good in business, and maybe your current partner is good in everything except business. So according to her, she's like, it's very like for herself. I like that view because she's thinking about herself. Me, I need to be with this person who is good in everything except business. But since I also want to be good in business, I also need to be in touch with my ex who is good in business so that all these good things can be coming to me. What do you think about that? Is that okay? You know, to just go out and make sure that there's this person who's for this purpose, this other one is for this. Is that okay? And will people be comfortable with it? Is it?
I think as humans we are very selfish. There's just some of us who admit it and
some
others
who don't. So yes.
So I think it's very, as a woman, it's a tough world, by the way. And I think you have to learn how to take care of yourself in a way. I'm not saying do it in immoral ways.
Do not even have any disclaimer. Just say it.
Yeah. Not do it in immoral ways. But I think you need support from where you will get it, yeah? So if you can get support business-wise, no strings attached, then I don't see why not. Why should you have to give up something that's important for you and possibly good for your well-being and your children, if you ever have? Why should you have to give that up for someone else for nothing in return? Like,
what do you think, Brenda?
You know, maybe for example, you can make a clear line with my ex, but my husband wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
So that one, it will shake my marriage. So
and you see, you can't even have that conversation of telling him that you're good in everything except Say what? Now, here you are about to get another ex.
This is it.
About to get another ex because of that honest moment. You know. So I like that, that thinking also, that you do have to consider this other person.
And I'm thinking, actually, Agnes, it's like you were friends with benefits. Because exactly, because you're considering, well, he's good at business, so why am I going back to him? Because I want my business to succeed through him.
Yeah,
then you're being very selfish. Why don't you be considering him and his feelings?
She said that humans are selfish. Some admit it, some don't. And her, she's like, you know what? Since we are selfish, accept that we are selfish and be selfish and be okay with it. That's what. But then that's the point.
So you follow your selfishness for him?
No, not for him. For you.
Oh.
She said for you, not for him.
But do whatever is right for you, because at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself, right? And I think with the person I am dating, also I will require them to have a certain sense of rationality, like someone who knows there's things I'm good. Everyone is like this. There's things I'm good at. There's things I'm not good at. This is just life, you know.
Yeah.
So if someone, which is rare, if this man, if this man understands this, then I explain rationally it's business. Then it shouldn't. Okay, ideally it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
What if
before the time is over, I want us to flip this conversation in the other way. Are you happy when your partner is friends with their ex?
I'm not happy.
This is a very one-way conversation. Am I changing the topic? Or is it the same topic? It's a different topic now. And of course, we're going to start with Agnes. She knows that we are selfish and you have to take care of yourself. Is it okay for your partner to take care of yourself by remaining friends with the ex because the ex is good at photography?
Naturally, I want to kill her. Like, my first instinct is I want to kill her. But at the same time, I think if I communicate very clearly with my person, and it makes sense to me that relationship is sensible, then I think, because I would be asking the same of him at some point, then I think I would, diplomacy.
Yeah.
But if the communication was that I didn't feel like it was necessary and it was emotional, then no.
No. Okay. What about you, Brenda?
For me,
I think I know Brenda's answer. No way. This is the line for both of us.
Yeah, for both of us.
Both of us.
For both of us, actually, it's no. Because, maybe one day atakwa too late. And we think like, because of that business, they are discussing something else. I
know, something has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and you see, basically, it will make you insecure in a way. It will bring in some insecurity. I don't know whether you can go above it or not. Paris. And now think about it actually from the selfish standpoint, where this person, let's continue with that business story. Maybe you're getting into a new business, and this new business, your partner's ex is so good at it, and you need this advice for your family. It's still a no-no, Brenda.
You go to
you go to your partner's ex for advice. Because you want this family business, this family project to thrive, and they are the expert in that business. You cannot even leave some space for consultation when you're even both together, like the two of you go. And then maybe when they're saying hi to each other, they're hugging you like.
Actually, for me, it's no.
For you, it's no.
Yeah, no.
Except where there's a child.
Yeah, where there's a
Except where there's a child. That's where you draw. There's a bit of flexibility. Okay.
But even if there's a child, you never know. Like I was talking of the feelings, but this is my point. Well, I would also be human enough to think I'm also benefiting from this.
Yes.
Because I'm the wife. Okay.
Yeah, wife
or
and
the
girlfriend.
partner.
Yeah.
I'm the partner to this guy of mine. And now about his ex. Well, there's a way she will be of help to us.
Yeah.
But again, I also have to make it very clear, and I underline very clear.
Capital.
Yes, with my partner, that this we are doing for us.
Yeah.
Not for you. Because you never know, like I was saying, feelings might come and overlay your ideas why you were coming back to the ex.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you have to make it very clear with your partner at the moment, and show him why really you want this. Yeah. It's because our business really is at stake. And with these advices of your ex, we can be stronger, and we can even lift our business.
Yeah.
So make a clear line with your partner and also with your ex.
But we're being very practical, because sometimes what will happen is maybe even with your partner, you are quarreling, and maybe something bad has happened, and so it's emotional.
You might tend to go to your ex.
You remember, actually, that guy, Alipambaya in this way, like even in this way, he was very understanding. And then that's the time you'll be tempted to start that conversation, send that email, get into the DM. That's when you. And I think for sure then it's not the right time, because you see, it's like you're expecting them to meet this need in you when you're vulnerable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You see, if it's for business, you can say it's business, you can say it's your child. But what about when it's you yourself? You need some emotional support. Should you lean to them for that?
Never.
Never. On that we're all clear. We all agree. It's a never. Seriously thinking about it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, will it not destroy your current relationship?
And what if you're single? What if there's no?
When you're single, there are probabilities that you will have a shoulder to lean on and go back to him. And is that what really you want?
In fact, I think when you're single now, even your ex, is your ex when you're single? Or
healing matters,
in the picture who is feeling insecure,
Healing will matter there.
Yeah, healing matters. But I think when I hear, I think it's good to have that clean break. To have that clean break, If it's over, let it be over.
Yeah.
If it's not over, let it not be over. But also you can look at it like Agnes, or let me not keep talking about Agnes. You see, even when you have jobs, you keep saying you don't burn your bridges. Yeah. When you're quitting one job, you never know how life will go. You might come back. So if this is your ex, and now you burn the bridge. And you know, maybe you'll go around and then eventually come back to them, no?
Don't have like a dramatic breakup, like block everything.
I know.
Start posting things about them. Or
And first of all, we need to talk about that. This whole thing of posting on social media, removing the photos, trying to erase any evidence that you're with this person. It's happening a lot, yeah?
Yeah.
Like you want to clear any conversation. It's actually necessary.
Yeah, you know, it's not. I think it's, maybe when you're thinking of yourself. But do you think when you delete these photos, you delete the days that you were together?
Yeah, and from your heart, your
exactly.
emotions,
And you know what? Even if you delete all these photos, you happen to either hear a name
someone
that is close to your ex name. Don't you think you remember the time you were together those days?
Yeah. So it's very
because
it's very fake.
It
basically.
happens.
It's very
yeah.
fake. It's like you're trying to delete somebody from your social media pages.
That will not even work to your
health.
health.
Not deleted them in your mind.
Exactly.
In your heart.
Exactly. The fact that you're causing so much drama is evidence that you care about this person.
Exactly.
No,
evidence that there's unfinished business.
You're deleting because you want for you to heal faster. Because
Oh,
when
really?
you have the photo, you have the phone number.
You
How
keep
will
looking.
you want to heal faster? You know, it's very hard.
Okay,
So-
ladies, we have to come to the end of the show.
Oh
I know
my
we have a
God.
lot of points. I'd like you to give a parting shot. You know, just a parting shot. So let's start. Who wants to start? Maybe Brenda. Brenda is very clear. Give a parting shot.
For me, it's not good for you to be friends with your ex, because I know when you are a friend with your ex, you're still going back together with your ex. So, and it's not good for you. So when you move on, you move on. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, Paris?
Well, as for me, I would say just be human. When you're breaking up, break up with a good reason. So that even when you meet in the future, like we were talking about, you never know. We are told that dunia ni mzunguko. You never know. You might meet with this guy. So just draw a clear line first of why you have broken up, and also draw a clear line that even if this happens, even if feelings happen to come up, you will not ever come back to him.
Excellent. Last but not least, Agnes?
I think the quality of the relationships you have is very important, and I think you should learn to communicate maturely with the people you're with, because not just the problems of exes, you will have so many problems together, and if you don't know how to navigate together, then that's already a problem. So in my perspective, I don't see, if there's clear communication, I don't see why you shouldn't be friends with your exes.
Excellent. There you have it. So, you know, write to us. Let us know what you think, and whether you're for it or against it. Let us know if you're mature enough to handle the kind of high-level interaction that is required for you to remain friends with your ex without interfering with the lives of your current loved ones. So it was so great to have you with us today. Thank you for taking part in this conversation, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.